Okay, so let's talk about this thing that family is everything. Really, to me, that's a red flag because if you think family is everything when you haven't done the work, when your family is still stuck in the generational trauma you've been raised in, you're part of the problem. Because the thing is we all come from generational trauma, and it is, our responsibility to heal from that, to, check your patterns, right? Family is everything when it's healthy, when everybody's done the work and you've broken the bad patterns that keep you in the narcissistic family system or the alcoholic family system, which is usually narcissistic family system. It is what is part of the problem, what is wrong with society today. And that's why it is our responsibility, personally, each of us, to heal from that, to recognize the toxic patterns, to recognize, what that is inside of you. If it brings about your people pleasing, if somebody asks you to do something in your family or to be rescued, or you enable them, you have to understand that comes from generational trauma. It is part of your training in your narcissistic family system that has enabled you to enable everybody else. So usually in narcissistic family systems, there are victim hero complexes, and you've been set up in life to be the hero. And whoever plays the victim, right? Everybody come in and they rescue that person. This is toxic. It's toxic as fuck. So, you really don't go around saying family's everything when you haven't done the work, because that means you still got toxicity going on in your family, right? If you're people pleasing, if you're enabling, if you're rescuing, you can get all uppity about it, but really you have to own that shit. Like I said, this is what is wrong with society, is nobody takes responsibility and actually does the work. And that's where we have to start taking responsibility and healing from this, because that's why we have so much mental illness going on in this world. And I think part of that is the fucking internet and, handing children devices to raise them instead of being raised by healthy individuals who love each other and show them what love is, and protection, and healthy family systems instead of the narcissistic family systems. Teaching them, guiding them, not doing everything for them, because then they're going to be dumb as shit. So that is our responsibility, right? Is to raise healthy children in a healthy family system. So if you go around saying, oh, family is everything, but you haven't done the work, you are part of the problem, sir and ma'am. So do the work. If you need help, I am here. I am more than happy to get on the phone with you, do a FaceTime with you, and we can talk it through, because a lot of you aren't self-aware. You're not aware of, that your family is so dysfunctional, and you just don't want to deal with it because it would cause a problem. That is something in you that needs healing, because you don't want to not be loved or accepted in your family, because now you've become their slave, and you don't want to be the person that says no. That's a deep wound in you. That's a mother wound. That's a father wound. Abandonment wounds. There's a lot going on there. So next time you say family is everything, I do everything for my kids, and they're adults, that's fucking toxic. That is dysfunctional as fuck. Stop rescuing people. It's not helping them grow. It's not helping them change. It's not letting them mature. That's why they don't have self-confidence and self-worth, because you have taken it from them. So think about it next time you rescue an adult child. Yes, sometimes people need help. I get it. But not every time something goes wrong. It's not okay. That's why they are where they're at. And it's on you that you keep doing so. Let them figure it out. That's where they gain the confidence and self-worth, is when you step out of the way and you allow them to grow and mature. Right? So next time you start thinking, family is everything, it isn't until it's healthy. Until you all learn and grow and mature and change your patterns and make it a healthy family. Then family is everything. Until then, no, it's toxic. And it's up to you to change.